rumble. The stage is set with the lights ablaze and no room for regrets. Guitars are screaming, adrenaline's popping. From the kick-up to the buzzer, the excitement is jumping. So grab your dress up, the game's ignite. I see the game's ignite. Bringing the thunder, it feels so right. Thunder, it feels so right. Welcome to the showdown, it's time to ignite. With the lobe on the air, bringing you the fight. With the crowd roaring and the tension so thick. Get ready for highlights, everything gets thick. From the field to the crowd, we're breaking it down. Tracking every move from the ace to the crown. But raise the sharp blades and step to the press. We are ultimate soul. From Sandland, no stress. Get set for the thrill. It's game time now. I will send you to the crowd. Let me show you how. Scores are dropping, wheels are turning, aces high. We're rocking every moment, reaching for the sky. So get your breath and strap in tight. We're bringing the heat, it feels so right. Lights are flashing, the crowd's in a roar. Get ready for action, it's what we live for. Electric vibes and the energy's on. We're taking the stage, it's time to get it on. Bring your highlights, the thrill of the game. From the courts to the fields, you remember the name. Grab your snacks, settle in for the ride. It's game day, baby. Let's take it stride. Are you ready to rumble? The stage is set with the lights ablaze and no room for regrets. Guitars are screaming, adrenaline's popping. From the kick-up to the buzzer, the excitement is jumping. So grab your dress up, the game's ignite. I see the game's ignite. Bringing the thunder, it feels so right. Thunder, it feels so right. Welcome to the showdown, it's time to ignite. With the lobe on the air, bringing you the fight. With the crowd roaring and the tension so thick. Get ready for highlights, everything gets thick. From the field to the crowd, we're breaking it down. Tracking every move from the ace to the crown. But raise the sharp blades and step to the press. We are ultimate soul. From Sandland, no stress.
up for, but it is intercepted. And High Point, the Panthers, the 12 seed, continue on as they upset the Wisconsin Badgers 83-82. And the Panthers march on here in March. Unbelievable. Comes the long ball.
Get set for the thrill. It's game time now. I will send you to the crowd. Let me show you how. Scores are dropping, wheels are turning, pace is high. We're rocking every moment, reaching for the sky. So catch your breath and strap in tight. We're bringing the heat, it feels so right. Lights are flashing, the crowd's in a roar. Get ready for action, it's what we live for.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to ROMA Sports. We go around the country and the world about sports. I'm AK, your favorite guy, here with Navasa and Gargi. Man, it feels great to be back. There's a lot going on tonight. Absolutely. We have got March Madness. Madness is in the air. It is time to get rowdy up in here. We got some NBA news as well. We also got some WBC final news. Not much on the docket, but we got a lot to talk about. So, what's going on, my friends?
Yo, my brain is scrambled, bro. It's madness time. It's March Madness time, bro. It's perfect time, bro. It's awesome. And it's great to have a better half third party here in Navasa. Good to see you this week, bro. What's going on?
Absolutely.
Look, you know darn well the high point of my week was High Point getting the high points on Wisconsin. Their high point there, eh?
Sick. I didn't even know where they were from.
I had no idea where they were from.
Yeah, we had to Google it pregame, and it turns out that they are from the Queen City of Charlotte or North Carolina or somewhere over there. So, but anyway, madness has begun.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like they don't have enough teams in North Carolina.
Jeez
right?
Louise.
There's like five of them in the tournament.
Hey, at least one of them went down epically.
Ooh, talk about that.
Yeah, we can. But before we get started, make sure you go to riseofmiddleamerica.com. Make sure you follow us on X. Follow me at @therealRoma_AK, Lemagrag for Gargi, and also Lord Navasa on X. We got a myriad of shows. You can get up to the minute action for all of us in the upper right-hand corner. That's where all of our socials are. And down at the bottom, you can make a monetary contribution by going to our merch store and checking us out there. So like, comment, and subscribe. Help us become the most successful brand for Middle America. Without further ado, it's First and Furious. All right, guys.
It was going to be the high point. It was going to be the high point of the day.
We are getting there. We're getting there. All right, so let's go in with the March Madness bracket right now. They got a game here. Let me cut that off before they
It's
chop
everywhere.
his head again.
Dude, there's games everywhere, even in the bottom of the screen when you don't want it to be.
Exactly. So first in my bracket, I had Ohio State over TCU. I was wrong, but since then, I've been doing pretty good. I called the upset of VCU over UNC. That was, oh my goodness.
Yeah, and like Navasa said, that even though what was the seedings going in for these two? I can't see here.
Well, it's 9-8 over here. Here, hold on. Let me.
That's fine. No problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me get my reading glasses. Anyway, seedings don't speak for itself. I mean, it's an upset. I think it was 10-7.
By all accounts,
There we go.
with Ohio State TCU, it's a 9-8. It is very rare that you get a defined, decisive 9 seed or 8 seed win in a 9-8 game. Last year, Creighton absolutely destroyed Louisville.
And you're talking about winning the whole thing at coming out of an 8-9.
Well,
Yeah.
Let me put it this way. When you get an 8-9 game that's decided by greater than 10 points, it's decisive.
Usually 8-9, it should be one of the toughest matchups.
It's a
in
flip
the
of the coin.
tournament. Yeah, exactly. It should be the most two head-to-head teams that would fight it out, and the score says it there.
Now, why the heck did Duke act like puke?
I don't know, bro, but that really scared me because I was like, am I really going to lose the first 2 games of the NCAA tournament?
Well, listen, now Duke's got 2 stars out. I believe they have their guard out and they have a forward out. So even though they are top notch, Siena gave them a scare. They really did. They gave them a run. Duke lost their conference tournament as well. So, I mean, hey, they're not looking too good. And there's also another number 1 seed that I don't think is looking too good as well, and that's Florida. I didn't think they didn't get it going yet. They didn't play their game yet. But you're gonna see from that loss in their conference game, they're not gonna be the same clicking team that you've seen throughout the season, in my estimation.
Well, in the bracket I've got with at least the most amount of points still remaining for earning, I've got Florida making it to the Elite 8 before losing to Houston. But in one of my other brackets, I have them being upset by Vanderbilt.
Tough team, Vandy. Now, I believe Houston was favorite the last 2 tournaments. The last 2 years going in, they were the favorites, right? Going in? Okay.
What the heck?
Look at
Holy
that over there.
So just to inform you guys, I need 2 games and I hit the jackpot, right? So I need Georgia -2, and they're scuffing me right now, bro, because I have Kennesaw State over Gonzaga on the money, and they're a multi-point underdog. I think it was 13-14, and they're up 14-11 late in the first. And I'm really very pissed off right now that Georgia's getting slapped.
Yeah, I mean, you got the VCU UNC called that one. Let's see, Illinois Penn. I got a Penn plus 31.5.
You think that's enough?
I think that's enough. I mean, it's halftime right now. They're only down by 10. So,
oh, very nice. It's very hard to cover over 25, 30 points. 30
called
points.
Texas A&M.
Yep. Double Texas. Yep. Texas.
I
the Longhorns and the Aggies.
Dude, I've got so out of the 5 upsets, I've got 4 of the 5 upsets.
Yeah, I mean, who thought that High Point was gonna pull one out and sock the Badgers? But hey, listen, who thought BYU was gonna lose to Texas? I mean, come on.
Right, where is that?
In the state of Texas, right?
Yeah, I had BYU in the finals. So that completely killed one bracket.
Yeah, Elizabeth said, "Where the hell is BYU?"
There's High Point right there, 83-82. Arkansas over Hawaii, 97-78. What else we got here? We got Texas over BYU.
No, don't do that.
Kennesaw State is up 16-11 against Gonzaga.
Come on, man. So we need Georgia to come back here, man, and we got steak dinners flying out, Amazon style.
Oh my.
Okay,
goodness.
Gargi, if your thingamabobber hits, we need to talk.
Yes, my friend. Yes. Now listen, we all knew Hawaii was going to get tossed up. All right, at the 13 seed. If you scroll up just a little tad right above BYU,
we can see it right there. But no,
Arkansas, 97 points.
Of all teams, right?
All right. Yeah. I mean, so that could be a sleeper in a strong 4 seed. That's a respectful seed. Anything above that, you're gonna mix it up. But 4 Arkansas, and then to throw up 97. I mean, come on, let's go.
As far as 4 seeds go, you got Nebraska, Arkansas, Kansas, and Alabama. Ever since the Alabama player got arrested, right before the tournament started, Alabama seems to be the weakest of the 4 seeds. So in my bracket, I don't think they're going to lose to Hofstra. But I would love to see how many brackets were created after the school announced his arrest, to see how many brackets went Hofstra beating Alabama.
Okay.
I would love to see if I could get that data.
Okay. Well, listen, since we're here, the two things that happened, and you're going to see something happen here, it's going to mirror. So the first thing that happened bad for Duke here is besides the fact they played like shit against Siena, the 16 seed, okay, out of the where were we at the MAC? They wanted to see Ohio State because Ohio State's offense, they run the whole 20 down. They're very methodical. If it's not going, it's not scoring, and they would not match up well at all with Duke. They ain't gonna run. So by TCU beating Ohio State, that's a double negative for Duke, because now TCU could handle Duke the way they play. Now 8-9, you're gonna flip that to the other side of the board. Utah State, number 9, they are gonna whack off number 8 Nova. It's going to be a mirror image here. So you got the 9 TCU.
Hold on.
You're going to have the 9 Utah State over.
Is it me, or is Utah State always the 9 seed?
Listen.
In every single tournament.
And they're gonna. Something's got to pop one day.
So funny you mentioned that. I believe it's 3 of the past 5 March Madnesses. Utah State has either been the 8th seed or the 9th seed.
Okay.
San Diego State has been a 5 seed and a 12 seed.
Yep.
San Diego State's also been an 11 seed. Colorado State has been a 9 seed, a 13 seed, and a 12 seed. But Utah State is that 8 seed, 9 seed, consistent, holding down the Mountain West fort. And then come to find out that the committee hates the Mountain West as a conference.
Well, their strength of schedule combined in that conference is horrendous. So they will never be.
Excuse me? Don't you start that, good sir.
So, in our eyes, they're stronger than a 9, but they will never plateau that until we get that change. That change is here, and it started, and we'll see it down the road.
First off,
they're going to take out Nova.
Next year, Utah State, San Diego State, Colorado State, Fresno State, Oregon State, Washington State, and Texas State go into the Pac-12, and Gonzaga goes to the Pac-12.
Bro, on bet365.com, out of, let's see, how many brackets are here? Out of 38 million brackets, I'm ranked 35,000 right now.
That's like top, what, 95%?
No, that's like top 2%.
I mean, flip-flop, my bad. Now, let's tell the people how this bracket was created and in the time of duration it was created in.
I don't want to say it because I don't want to get fired.
On the road again. So, listen. Go with the gut. You're on the fly. Bang, bang, bang. And you're nailing picks. So, yeah, good for you, bro.
Yeah, this is crazy. Top 35,000 out of 12 million.
It's great, dude. All right, I got another one. Let's talk about the Johnnies at number 5. It's looking strong. The Johnnies are looking strong. All right, their only little crypto is Connecticut, but let's play ball. Let's get through the hurdles. Let's hope Duke gets knocked off because they're not the Dookie Dukes, and maybe they could strive into the Sweet 16 or Elite 8. What do you see coming out of number 12 Northern Iowa, our resident general manager?
I'm sorry, what was your question?
And there it is.
I don't know because
fired.
Northern Iowa is always one of those weird teams that like either they get blown out or they're going to they're going to have a game of the age. Remember, Northern Iowa was a 14 seed a couple years ago.
Yeah, and is this the purple and gold jersey? Yeah, so they can get a little crazy and hot at times.
And they travel well. Their fans travel very well.
What do you got?
There's a gigantic asterisk and red flag with Northern Iowa. They had to win 6 games in 6 days to win their conference tournament. So they have all the momentum, but that momentum stopped during the break between the end of the conference tournament and the beginning of March Madness. You can't restart that kind of momentum quickly.
And this is high pace, do or die. Every game is could be the end. So
that's why, unfortunately, I've got St. John's.
Yeah.
But
now let's scroll down a little bit, AK, if we could. I just want to see what St. John's could run into if potentially moving on. Kansas and the Baptists.
So California Baptist should not have made it into the March Madness to begin with.
It's the St. John's, right? Where the fuck? Where?
Scroll up. Scroll up. Up, 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 up.
Right here, right here, right here, right here.
Up, 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 right there.
All right, so they got 88% on St. John's right now.
So yeah, the people believe in as well in the Johnnies. They're playing good. They got a great coach.
Oh yeah, there is nothing wrong with St. John's as a team. It's just the fact that Northern Iowa, they would have had a better chance if they could just play the consistent schedule. But the fact that there's like that 4 or 5 day break between the conference title and March Madness throws momentum out the window.
Mm-hmm.
But I do believe that St. John's cannot get out of the round of 32 to save their life. I don't think the Big East is as good of a conference as people think it is. And the only team that actually is able to do anything out of the Big East is UConn.
Yeah, because look at what they got here. They got Louisville if they advance. To see Louisville or Michigan State or Kansas and Cal Baptist. Now, Cal Baptist is not beating Kansas.
No, it's going to be St. John's versus Kansas. And how do we match up? We have two Hall of Fame coaches going head to head in that game.
Oh yeah.
Look at the strength of schedule.
Look at the strength of schedule here. Kansas is the number 1 strength of schedule.
They have the toughest schedule in the NC doubles.
That's why they're 23-10 and a 4 seed. But Cal Baptist 226, so which means it's like thanks for playing, but
participation trophy.
Participation trophy.
You got to remember, Cal Baptist literally had to have a last-second failure by Utah Valley to win the WAC.
A little help goes a long way, potentially.
Mm-hmm.
But no, if I were the betting man, I have a very sneaking suspicion that UCLA is going to play spoiler.
It's a little random out of the box.
It's in the same Eastern Division or Eastern bracket.
The region.
East region, thank you.
No problem.
They play UCF. I was thoroughly unimpressed with UCF.
What's going on? Another strong Florida representative.
Well, South Florida almost beat Louisville.
Almost doesn't count.
But
they were there. They were there, and they could have beat Louisville just like Louisville could have beat them. But another representative.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I actually do think UCLA will beat UConn.
UConn's beatable. I don't know if the Bruins will be the team to do it. Again, that's an out of the box call, but we'll see, man. This is what the madness is all about.
Bro,
Madness still says, look at St. Louis and Georgia. That's madness.
I know. I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it.
32 at half.
My luck is going to be, and we all know, Kennesaw State will pull off the upset, and I will lose my parlay because of Georgia. So, and a laugh from we're in the rafters right now. I feel like I'm in the little bullpen.
Yeah, hey, Roma, you want to hear a joke?
Shoot.
What does Gorgie and Kennesaw State have in common?
What's that?
They're still going to get their ass handed in St. Louis.
So stupid.
Oh, my God. Let's see. Kennesaw State's up 25-21 right now. I already got the St. Louis money line because it's over 20 points that they hit at some point in the game. So I won that one. Pennsylvania, I've got plus 31.5, and they're only down by 9.
That was if you see plus, besides I think one team today got really tossed up bad. That was a double-digit underdog. Other than that, everybody covered. That was dogs, really.
They really did. I got Kennesaw State as the winner over Gonzaga, and then I've got Idaho plus 30, but right now they're trailed by 24. Time
out. Why did you take Kennesaw State? Why did you take Kennesaw State over Gonzaga, like I did?
Oh, because Kennesaw State, that was the one game I was like, I have to pick an upset in the top 4, and that was the only one that I could figure out.
Besides Illinois, but Illinois' opponent was weaker.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, Kennesaw State knows what they're doing.
Yeah, bro, this is what I mean. So anyway, fuck you, Georgia.
And Gonzaga is not the Gonzaga of old.
Yeah.
So as of right now, it's looking good. I mean, $30 gets me like $4,000 if I hit all 4 of those. But
I'm looking for a 5 for $5 for 2,300.
So all I'm asking for from Idaho is just don't lose by more than 29 points, please, because the rest of this is looking very fantastic.
Yeah. Fuck you, St. Louis. Move on down.
All right. Well, I think that's it for now. I mean, there's not really going to be many other games that we're going to have until tomorrow and going into this weekend.
And that's fine. And we hit the region. We hit the East region, and we'll talk about another region.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So let's see what we got here. Why do I not have this pulled up? There we go. Let's get you here, you there, and let's talk a little bit about the NBA and some of the injury news that has popped up here in the last couple of weeks, especially the last couple of days. So let's take a look.
In the NBA, what more can you tell us?
Courtney, sources tell me that Detroit Pistons star Cade Cunningham has been diagnosed with a collapsed lung. He's expected to miss an extended period of time for the Pistons, and there is some optimism internally within the Pistons that he's going to be able to come back for the playoffs, but still not sure about next steps. Cade Cunningham, the Pistons medical staff, they still have to continue to evaluate him, figure out next steps, treatment plans for him. And the one thing I did find out in the last few minutes, doctors do believe it's a mild case, so they're going to continue here to figure out how soon or how much time he could miss. CJ McCollum has had a collapsed lung on 2 different occasions. He missed 3 weeks once, 6 weeks another time. So it's going to be at least a period of weeks here. But this is someone that obviously has led the Pistons to the number 1 seed, the 3.5 game lead they have on the Boston Celtics right now. He's one of the highest usage rating players in the NBA. So he's a guy that's emerged as a superstar player. Now the Pistons face potentially being without him for a significant period of time here.
Well, first of all, first things first, wishing him nothing but the best.
Okay, before we move on, this is devastating.
Yeah, it's devastating in multiple ways.
Yeah, it is, because being the number 1 seed, he's the reason why they're there. Right.
Yes.
And without him, actually, can you look up what their record is without him over the last 2 seasons?
Well, you do that
Because like I don't think it's bad, but it's not good.
Well, it's not good because of the fact that you're not going to have your star player, and the fact that someone else's star player has returned in Jason Tatum. So now with the Celtics 4 games back, guess what? I think they're going to get passed by, and this is a kind of a weird injury. You don't really hear collapse lung in the NBA, and it's kind of a significant injury. 6 weeks might not sound like a lot, but even when you do come back, I mean, let's say he catches an elbow to the chest going in the rack, could potentially trigger something. I mean, this is devastating.
Yeah. And I mean, 6 weeks puts us into the second round of the playoffs?
Yeah, we are in the final stretch of the NBA, and we are about to head into the playoffs, and every game counts. And for you not to have your point guard / superstar / heart and soul, you're the team. I understand they have great role players, but he is a significant difference of this team. This is brutal, but hopefully, I hope for the best. Yeah.
How this year, with and without Cade Cunningham. This year, with Cade Cunningham, they are 38-32. Without Cade Cunningham, Detroit is 6-6.
Okay.
And then the previous year,
you said 38-32.
Allegedly.
That can't be right, because they don't have.
They're not 2 games over 500. They have
they don't have 32 losses.
What's the standings?
This is what Croc is spitting out, only because
these damn computers.
I cannot readily get that kind of information off ESPN.
It's okay.
I can't just get through the schedule one game at a time and say win or lose.
I mean, the Detroit Pistons are number 1 in the Eastern Conference, so they have to have at least over 15 games over 500, at least.
Okay, I got it here. Over the last 2 NBA seasons, Detroit Pistons have a combined record of 11-21 without Cade Cunningham.
Yep.
10 games.
So what that means is that they have a fantastic record with him.
Absolutely.
And so that's a lost, not a lost season, but that's a lost playoff series without him.
And he might be, if not second, tallest point guard in the league. I mean, he's tall. His skills are off the hook. He's ambidextrous, left-right shooter, doesn't matter. His defense is smothering. I mean, and he's a big-time clutch franchise player, and this is significant, especially when Tatum has returned for the Celtics. You can't disregard that.
Okay, so let's see. Combined record. They're 44-17 with him.
This season, they're 44-17 with Cade.
No, that's the last 2 seasons. I did the last 2 seasons just to kind of give an idea.
So 11-21 without, and a whole bunch of games over 500 with him. As you could tell, he is the tone setter.
72% win rate with him, and a 30% win rate without him.
So if we were doing WAR from baseball stats, he would be Hall of Fame, because his winning percentage against whatever
wins over replacement.
There we are.
Basically, his wins over replacement is it's 44 minus 11, so it's 33 wins. He's worth 33 wins a season by himself.
Throw him in the lineup.
Exactly. So basically, that's probably the highest in the NBA at this point right now.
Yeah, and which means at that percentage playing without him, your percentages of winning the game has significantly dropped. significantly dropped.
Yeah, they can legitimately drop to like a 4 seed without him. They could lose the rest of the games, the rest of the season.
Yeah.
Who's their backup? Was it Jaden Ivey?
Yeah. So they have as they say, the return of Ivy.
Oh,
and yeah. And I think they added Kevin Huter. He's a shooting guard. So we need somebody to bring the ball up. I mean, you're talking Sasser. You like Sasser, the young kid? You like Holland? These are the kids. These are the guys. Duncan Robinson, shooting guard. So this is a hamper injury, bro.
Yeah, it is. So basically, he's either going to be there for the beginning of the playoffs or he's going to be there for the beginning of the second round.
Yeah, and let's think about it. If you have a superstar on your team and you don't have a lot of them, and you have really one like this team does, maybe two, Durant, and he goes down, usually they don't have good backups because they're always playing. They're a superstar. So when a superstar goes down, their backup is tentatively not that good compared to, let's say, an average small forward goes down. His backup is probably just as good as him. So,
or has similar skill sets.
Exactly. So now you're going from an A+ to like a C-, bro.
D+.
If you're giving him the collateral.
Yeah, because you can't replicate his production.
Absolutely not. Especially with the bench players these gentlemen have here. Young team, spicy team. To lose that, oh man.
Yeah, there's no way. There's absolutely no way. Yeah, so that brings us to our second person of the hour. Oh boy, you've probably heard about this before. And you probably heard about what happens when you have this type of injury and the history of that due to last season. Let's go.
Bucks Giannis Antetokounmpo went down with an atypical non-contact right leg injury tonight, causing him to collapse and get ruled out immediately. Let's break down the injury and the key differences between the Achilles versus calf pop and look back mechanism. Once that right foot on plant, it lands everted with the medial ankle collapsing as he's going to be moving in this direction. Now, as he moves into toe off, the foot stays everted, so the calf has to generate push-off power from a disadvantaged position. The moment his foot leaves the ground, he should be swinging into the next step. Instead, he freezes, looks straight down at the leg, and if you rewind, he starts looking back and down almost immediately after push-off. Push-off is the highest risk moment because the calf is at its longest, generates peak force, and is flipping from eccentric control to concentric drive. Any foot malalignment here amplifies fiber-specific overload. He then goes straight down and immediately signals to come out. Notice where he grabs the lateral calf near the myotendinous junction. We've now seen 2 calf strains where the athlete is looking back at their leg. We heard Sauce mention he felt like he got shot in the leg after his strain. A calf strain, especially one that occurs near toe off, can create a sudden, sharp, localized snapping sensation in the muscle belly. Notice this very localized pop that's basically confined to a cluster of muscle fibers in the calf. The tear produces a quick recoil inside that portion, and the nervous system can interpret this as an external contact. However, in an Achilles rupture, the recoil starts way lower in the leg, and it isn't just local. The force reverberates.
I will even look at that.
I like those diagrams, by the way.
I love them, but I look at them and I'm like,
I know, you're like, you start squealing like a little baby. I hear you. Listen, Giannis, man. I mean, we all know he's an explosive player. And he's hampering pieces in his leg that are going to continuously get hurt. Different injuries here and there that are going to be significant. And this is just another reason why no one really wanted to reach out and trade. And he's going to be a free agent at the end of the year. But I think they did slap him up with another year, right? And what are they going to do with this guy?
So we're going to talk about this later in the show. Okay. But we got a potential new team draft coming up.
Yeah, this is pretty cool.
Yeah. So it is expansion draft. And if you guys don't understand what an expansion draft is in the NBA, it's when they add new teams in. Now, currently they have 30 teams, but they're looking to add 2 new teams by 2029. Now, by that time, Giannis will be what, 36?
Yes.
Yeah. So I mean, until then, I think a lot of teams are going to be holding their cards to their vest, especially with what we see this year with all of the tanking and and with teams intentionally trying to get into position to be better teams. Because if you look at teams like Washington Wizards and the Utah Jazz, if things go the way that we think they are and they get the 1 and 2 pick, those two teams are going to be massively underrated over the next 2 seasons.
Yeah, and I don't know if you guys remember, but the Wizards traded for Trae Young, and he's been playing the last couple of weeks, and he's actually been doing pretty good game by game. I mean, he's dropping 10, 15. Now he's up to 20 a game. You know, we're talking Trae Young, who people said was washed up. So Wizards have him this year. They're going to have him for another year or 2, I believe. And, yeah, they are looking pretty number
You
one.
got to have Anthony Davis, too.
Oh, my goodness. I totally forgot about him.
Not only do they have Anthony Davis, but he's going to be sitting there next to he's going to be part of the Twin Towers.
The SAR train.
SAR.
Yeah, the SAR train.
SAR is what, 7'3"?
Yeah, so you got the A train and Anthony Davis, and you're going to have the SAR train and Anthony SAR. I mean, what are we doing?
Yeah, and the thing is that Anthony Davis is now going to be playing his natural position of power forward, which means he doesn't have to do all the bang plays on the inside. He's not going to get injured as much.
Yeah.
You know, but also, who's going to stop that pick and roll?
Yeah, as long as he's still got his jumper. I mean, we all know AD's got the shot. He hits threes. He comes off. He hits the J. Sweet stroke. Could easily take you to the rack with a hooky, little up and under. He's lanky, you know. And he's funny because we don't want him to get hurt. But what does he do? Every loose ball, he dives into the front row. He's on the floor mixing it up. I mean, the guy's a gamer, bro. So.
He is. When he's not injured, he's a top 15 player in the league.
You see him in the front row with popcorn all over him at some point in a playoff game. I mean, I could pull up like 7 different games where he's in the freaking front row.
Remember LeBron did that shit?
Bro.
He was just like,
You know what I mean? Hey, listen, go for the popcorn. Josh Hart did it earlier this season. He took some popcorn away from a fan. So let's have fun with it. That's great. You know, Wizards are going to be good. 1 or 2. I can't stand Utah for a couple of reasons. One, we all know they're tanking, and they're tanking on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
And they're showing it. You know, even if Washington is tanking, at least they go out there and they play, because they do win games. They do score points. They just don't execute, and they're not good enough. But Utah's like
they're stupid young. Like
Utah should get like looked at. They're kind of like a bunch of scumbags, not for nothing. Like, I don't like stuff like that. I really don't.
Yeah, because look who they got in the video. They got like 5 players over 6'10", and like 3 players over 7'2". Like, what the hell?
For the last 30 games, they are the best team in the first half scoring points. They are the worst team in the second half scoring points. They score over 35 points in the first quarter, 25 out of 30 games in a row, okay? And in the second, third, and fourth quarter, they'll combine for the first quarter total. They're a bunch of scumbags.
They really are. Now, I would expect this out of the Sacramento Kings, because the Sacramento Kings deserve it because they got screwed out of a championship. So they should get the first pick.
It's a little tough, though, when you got big contract in Westbrook, DeRozan. You know, you got guys who actually want to play because they have, like, careers. You know, they are in the stat book, as you would say. You know, Mr. Triple-Double in Westbrook. You got DeRozan, who's kind of an Iron Man, who is Mr. Consistency. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's tough in Sacramento to play that role. But again, Utah, hate them.
All right, so let's see. How are we doing my NCAA brackets now?
Coming in. These 2 teams that are going to be coming in expansion. And it's funny, we called it again, AK, and let's say, in Seattle grabbing one. So Seattle's going to grab one, right? They're going to have a new franchise.
Gargi.
Yes.
Bring your mic up a little bit towards you, or at least point it at your mouth.
You got me?
There we go. All right, now we can hear you.
All right, I'm sorry about that, everybody.
Nope, you're good.
Let me ask you guys a question. If you were one of these two expansion teams coming in, and it's funny, but you called it AK. Seattle winds up grabbing a team. All right, so I don't know if they came up with a name yet in the Sonics or another team coming out logo-wise. But wouldn't you want to make a splash right away? Wouldn't you want to make a name right away and grab a footing so you can attract right away and be relevant via the Las Vegas Knights in the NHL? Their first season, they went into the Stanley Cup.
Mm-hmm.
They were in that same situation with an expansion draft. They said,
Right.
you know what? Let's pay some players, let's draft good players, and let's make a run and a name for it. And no one's shy to go to Vegas and play. And Alexei Panarin from the Rangers recently traded him to the Knights, and that's a good place to go. And if I'm one of these NBA teams, I would try to make a splash like the Knights did.
Right. But I think, because you got to remember the Athletics are moving there too. They're going to have 4 teams in 10 years.
There's going to be a little bit of a cluster.
We're going to have to visit Vegas.
What do you think about this, Navas? This is going to be a cluster. How far is that from you?
About a day drive.
Little day. Ling all day.
I'm definitely down to go down there and do a show there. I would definitely do a show there. Oh my God. Can you imagine? We would have so much fun. But Vegas is going to be that destination. And I think that because one of the teams is going to be Seattle, the other one's going to be Vegas. And if they go in there and they play in Vegas, they're going to want to win now. They're not going to want to do so. They're going to do whatever trades, whatever they have to do to get superstars there. And you have to remember, there's a lot of star players that would love to play in Vegas.
Yeah,
because there's a lot of money there.
Yeah, definitely upcoming. They definitely generated a lot of revenue coming in now. I mean, they say Vegas is poor, and it's been poor for a while, and places just look the same. I don't know if they want to keep it the same to be nostalgia, or they just don't have money to upgrade. But now, with big time franchises coming in and popularity, and it's going to be popping. It's going to be very up and coming.
It is. Yeah. So, speaking of franchises, let's go outside of the world of franchises and League. Here we go. Oh, what the hell? Start.
Is complete. Team USA takes the field, ready for this championship game. Biggest superstar leads off the game. Off we go with a line drive base hit to left center field. Italy just couldn't put him away. This is on the ground to third and could be 2. There's one and a double play. Chance from the Venezuela fans. Bolche, they say, finish him. And Rodriguez does.
Oh, wow, that was close.
That's a challengeable play right there. See, that would be challenged.
Mm-hmm.
Garcia drives the ball left center field, puts them in the run, will get there. But one pitch after the wild pitch, Venezuela strikes first. Yeah, we thought the offenses would establish themselves. Here's a drive to center field off of the bat of Abreu. Abreu hits it out.
He's a Red Sox.
In the air behind first. Jimenez to the foul line. He's got it. Venezuela's fired 7 scoreless innings against the United States. Machado's 1-0 pitch. Harper sets a fly ball to deep center field.
Harper.
That's my guy.
Oh, man.
Sanoha runs. Throw from Will Smith is not in time. He's stolen second. It skipped in there. It looked like on time. Into left center field, headed for the gap, and Venezuela has retaken the lead. And Eugenio Suarez just like...
Bro, I would have loved to be in that crowd. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
When it comes down, Venezuela is going to be an out away from a championship. Venezuela, the best in baseball.
I mean, Valencia, 100 miles an hour, mink.
Dude, could you imagine, being there for all of that?
You know, I take pride in the local reps and local, heroes, if you will.
Mm.
Do you know which team that announcer announces games for?
I'm gonna take a hard count guess and say the Dodgers.
It is the Dodgers.
Yeah. Good guess. Good guess.
And more
The only
importantly,
reason why I know that
where
is
was
'cause I
that game
hate
taking
Ohtani.
place?
Was that at San Diego?
No,
Where was that game? I don't know where that was played.
because of
Miami?
the Japanese kick. I'm pretty sure it was Miami,
Miami? Okay. Yeah.
which
I
also
mean,
led to, because right after that win, Trump gets told Venezuela won the World Baseball Classic, and immediately afterwards, Trump floats the idea of turning Venezuela into the 51st state.
no, that's a nice float. We'll let it float in the water. Let me ask you guys a quick question, and then we'll get right off of that because we don't do politics here. Do you think that Maduro had access to the game in his cell? And if so, did he watch the game? That douchebag.
I promise you probably did.
Did yeah? And Navas, what do you think? I'm
Not
gonna
in the
say
South.
I'm gonna say access was granted, but he did not watch the game because he's a loser.
The Southern District of New York would not let that happen.
Okay, and there we go. There are our answers.
That's hilarious.
If they wouldn't let the video footage of Epstein come out, they're not going to let that footage go in
That's
for Maduro.
Talk about crowd. Talk about the ambiance. I mean, World Series hype, all that good stuff. After the game, Aaron Judge was asked, how did it feel? What's going on? He said that it was more exciting than a World Series. It was louder. It was more intense because of the situation of country instead of just a regular baseball game, team versus team. And some Yankee fans took it out of context saying, oh, what's the matter? We're not louder than a stupid Florida crowd for Venezuela. Listen, it's the World Baseball Classic, man, and it's going to be top tier excitement. So,
Oh,
it is what it is.
absolutely.
What are we going to do? We can't change that.
Absolutely. And you got to remember, it's kind of like it's like soccer, right? Because when you play soccer in a different country, or when you're like the home country for the FIFA World Cup,
It's everything.
it's everything to them, because they don't have. I mean, they have baseball there, but they don't have the MLB.
Yeah, and this is where they can make a voice and stand for their country. This is what would represent their country. So, Venezuela, big ups, man. USA looked like the Yankees in the playoffs. Just 3 hits, a whole bunch of strikeouts, and we'll see you tomorrow night. But on the flip side of that, viewers doubled since last baseball classic. So that tells you that it's really kicked up.
Dude, we need to have like a world classic, 128 teams,
That would
like
be
single elimination. That would be absolutely insane.
I'm for it if they get paid.
If they get paid, yes, absolutely. And I think each player should get like $10,000 a win.
I mean, listen, we all know we're human beings. No one works for free. You know what I mean? I mean, it's, you're traveling, you're doing this, you got to get paid. And they would have, it would be a told. Where would you get money from? Who? I mean, who's paying for this?
You want to know who is paying for this, though?
Oh,
St. Louis has doubled up Georgia.
here's a double up for you.
Yes!
Scumbag.
Oh, I gotta check it out right now, because I need Idaho to pick it up.
Like a potato.
Idaho is down 24.
Listen, man, if I was a botanist, I'd eat potato salad.
No, you would end up tossing Caesar salad.
Stop. This is a family and friends zone.
Hey,
But
I know you're a fan of anchovies. You can stick it up.
that anchovies, Elizabeth asked me for anchovies the other day. Can you go to the market and get anchovies?
All right, so Pennsylvania is down by 30. I got them at 31.5.
Whoa, what
Five.
happened?
Holy crap.
Did they not score?
They're down by 32 now.
How much time?
5:25 left in the second, and then there's let's see, 15:40 left in the second. Idaho down 24 still.
Well, St. Louis just went on an 18-0 run to start the second half, so I guess you could put your foot in my mouth.
Yeah, but I had Kennesaw State with it, but right now they're down by 6. So Gonzaga decided to turn on the Jets. I understand that, but I do have one with let's see, got Texas, St. Louis, Santa Clara, Villanova, Clemson, and Missouri. And as of right now, I've won 2 of those. Texas ended up winning. St. Louis ended up winning because they went up by more than 20 points. Then I got Santa Clara over Kentucky, Villanova over Utah State. It's $5 gets me like
a shitload of chicken wings.
Like if those teams end up doing what I think they're going
to. A shitload of chicken wings. Hey, you know what I got to say for St. Louis? You're not worthy. Just like in Wayne's World. Scumbags.
First off, St. Louis is the lower quality style of ribs.
Yeah.
Number 2, fried ravioli can go. It's not a pasta.
Okay.
Oh.
It's an abomination. And number 3, if you thought Los Angeles was fucked up for roadways and how to travel, go to St. Louis. You'll get lost. That's all I have to say about St. Louis.
Well, there you go.
Although Busch Stadium is beautiful.
Busch beer.
All right. So for our last part, we're going to go into the NBA expansion draft. And this is going to be interesting because I would watch this entire video, but it is 21 minutes long.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to go to the part where they start talking about who. Okay. So let's start it off this way. What you have to do is if you were an NBA expansion team, every team in the NBA gets to protect 8 players, right? Outside of those 8 players that you protect,
I'm gonna light a cigarette for this.
Everybody else is available to be drafted on every team. Now, the way it works is you're allowed to draft 1 person from every team. You can't draft 2 people from a team. You can only draft 1 person. All right. And what that does is it makes it nice and even so that you don't go in and take somebody's entire bench. Right.
Exactly.
Because that's just not fair. No. But what it does is it allows you to pick. You have 15 players and there are 30 teams. And there's 15 players on a team. So therefore, 1 person from every team will be selected. Or 2 players from 15 teams will be selected. Either way, this is going to show you how this works, right? So let me see if I can get this realignment questions.
It's pretty crazy.
And here we go. All right, let's take a. Oh, nope. Let's go. Really? I don't understand why it's not letting me press my buttons.
Okay, so I realized that there was a glitch there where they were twice, and I was only going to be able to draft, I think, like 7 to 8 players per team. So I just went through every team and I manually did it. And I think it's a little bit more realistic on what we could end up seeing get protected. So for Seattle, this was a team that I definitely wanted to build more so as a younger squad. And I think like for them, like there's Kuminga, who I didn't end up protecting for the Atlanta Hawks. I think they would end up taking like some of the young guys like Isanuo, Mo Gay over them I could see just because they do have a lot of forwards, and obviously they're going to keep like Zachary Reese-Sachet at the end of the day. I didn't keep Aaron Nesmith because that contract does go up a decent amount, so I thought maybe if there's an out, they would eventually take it. I mean, do you take Jonathan Kuminga and build around him, or do you take Isaiah Hartenstein? I think you take Hartenstein because you're eventually still going to have to get to that salary cap floor, and then you can kind of maybe rework an extension with Hartenstein, or maybe you end up, extending him, trade him down the line. So for Vegas, this is a team that I'm trying to make a little bit better, more of a win now roster. And I think like you're not going to probably add Jordan Poole. You're not going to add Zach LaVine. You shouldn't. Paul George. But I do think Drew Holiday can help you win right now. So we're going to take Drew Holiday in Vegas. I feel like this would be more of a snake draft, but I am drafting against myself. So I think here for Seattle, we're going to look at Yves Missi here. We're going to just go double bigs to start off. We're going to get Yves Missi, who wasn't kept by the New Orleans Pelicans. So that kind of eliminates Jordan Poole. That eliminates, Fears and Queen and those guys got kept. So we would take Yves Missi here, get 2 bigs automatically in Seattle. Vegas is on the clock. I think you still got to take a high upside swing and somebody. You could take Jonathan Kuminga. I feel like he's probably the best bet here. Like he does help you win now, but is also a nice long-term play for you in Vegas. Seattle, you kind of want to keep building through the young core.
All right, so Hartenstein, Kuminga, obviously would be the 2 biggest pickups, right? So Vegas with Drew Holiday and Jonathan Kuminga, that's a good core.
Yeah, I just have a problem with Hartenstein because OKC gave him a big contract. I think he has a no trade, and that was like a 4 or 5 year deal for about 100 and change. So I think he'll be protected.
I think he will be, but OKC right now is hoarding a bunch of players on the bench.
Like the Williams brothers.
Yeah, so-called brothers.
Right.
But they're hoarding a bunch of players that, OKC is going to be good for the next 15 years.
Yeah, they're very strong in point guard, shooting guard, small forward range where they could dump. Mm-hmm. And find protection in their starting lineup and stuff like that. Jalen Williams, the starter for that team, has been on the shelf for a while. I don't know what his future looks like. So
he could probably start almost on probably 20 of the 30 teams.
Yeah. So I think he will not be protected. I think he'll probably be a pool player. Kuminga is very interesting. The Hawks just got him for Porzingis, I believe. So he was injured, so he's coming back. He's young though. He's good. I know you liked Kuminga when he was on Golden State.
Absolutely. Let's continue.
I didn't, I guess, keep Mark Williams, but he's restricted. So are you allowed to pick up restricted guys? There's going to be a lot of all right, fine wine with everything going forward. I do think Memphis has a bunch of different guys that could go unkept. For this, you have Taylor Hendricks, you have Walter Clayton, Scottie Pippen. I think Walter Clayton, given that he's $3 million less than Taylor Hendricks, would eventually be the pick. Vegas is on the clock here where you still have Jakob Poeltl if you want an expensive center and you can go that route. But I think Jakob Poeltl, if healthy, could end up being pretty good. It's just if you're looking at another Toronto player, would that be Mamu? Would you rather have Mamu on a 1-year deal? I think we're going to take Jakob Poeltl here in Vegas. So yeah, they are getting pretty expensive pretty quick. They have $54 million left over, which means now Seattle, they got $96 million they could play with. So do they take an Aaron Nesmith? He's only counted for $11 million against the cap right now. You could take a chance on Nikola Jovic, but that contract gets pretty expensive. And I do think that they would have a tough decision to make in Miami. I think they would still keep Tyler Hero over Nikola Jovic. They're going to want to keep Kasper Shakuchonis, Drew Smith, Myron Gardner, I think would get unkept. But I do think the Miami Heat selected would end up being Davion Mitchell to Seattle here. And now you have Davion Mitchell and Walter Clayton. You got a young, you got a vet, 2 guys that want.
So what about that? Davion Mitchell, he's an assist machine.
Yeah, he's pretty good, man. He's a spark plug.
He really is. He's their bench player, but if you put him on a team with some really good shooting and spacing, he could be an all-star.
Listen, Malik Monk catches my eye on that list for a few reasons. One, Westbrook would not be a candidate, so obviously Monk would be as the backup guard to that team. I'm surprised to see DeRozan's name there. Is that DeRozan right above him? I can't really see it. Well, but
Paul George, Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, Malik Monk, Patrick Williams, Klay Thompson's still there.
Yeah.
Bogdanovich, Max Strus.
I got a couple of names. I got a couple of names for you that are not on the list that I would add to the list from different teams. One, Ryu Hachimura from the Lakers. He's an unrestricted free agent at the end of the season. He was only making he had a 3-year deal for 51 that's going to expire. I think he's a perfect piece to move over. What do you think about Michael Porter Jr. from Brooklyn? His contract expires at the end of next season.
Dude, that would be massive. That'd be massive.
come on, bro.
Having which team are you talking about? You're talking about Seattle or Vegas?
Whoever, because he's getting a 5-year deal for 179, and the Nuggets got almost 75% of that.
Yeah, but you also have to understand that he literally has a dead leg.
You think?
No, he does. If you watch his games, he's got like a thing that pushes his foot up because he can't flex his foot because of all of his back surgeries.
You know, this guy's making. You know, he's top salary in the league. This guy.
He is.
Walking
But
around
not in 2029 though. 2029, he's going to be out of the league.
So he's Michael Orthopedic Porter.
Michael Arthritis Porter.
Yeah. All right. I got one more name for you.
Yes.
What do you think about Kyle Kuzma? His contract expires at the end of next season, and he had a 4-year for $90 million. Good piece to build around.
So really, they need to stay under $20 million. So
he's on the Bucks, by the way.
Well, Vegas we need to keep him under $20 million.
Okay.
But he's going to be what, 32 by that time?
He's young. He's on the 30 Kuz.
Let's see. Kyle Kuzma is let's see. He's 95. He's 30 right now.
Right now he's 30. Okay.
I was going to say, because I mean, he was drafted by the Lakers. What, 2016?
That was I think he played with Odom. I think you're right. That was a while ago. Jeez Louise.
Before he got all them tattoos and looked like a crazy guy.
Yeah, we all know how this happens.
Right. But
okay, you have to stay under the 20 mil threshold.
Yeah, I mean, at 30 years old as a top role player, you're looking at about $22 million a year, right? So
yeah.
That's a lot of money.
It is a lot of money. It is a lot of money.
It really is. Here.
On national titles, right? Davion Mitchell at Baylor and Walter Clayton at Florida, and you also get Mitchell and Misi, both from Baylor as well. So you have Drew Holiday, Kuminga, and Jakob all these guys start with a J in their first name. I mean, he's only going to count $11 million against the cap right now. I think you take Aaron Nesmith. And hey, Drew Holiday, Kuminga, Pirtle, Nesmith, can you actually build out a foundational roster with that for some potentially going forward? Seattle on the clock here. I think you could take a high upside swing on maybe like an Ousmane Dieng. I think, yeah, we can go Ousmane Dieng here. So I guess restricted free agents could end up being fair game because I think keeping somebody like Mark Williams was ineligible. So Vegas on the clock here. I mean, that would be brutal if you can't keep Mark Williams because he's restricted. I'm not going to have him go to Vegas. But I think one thing you have to do for Vegas before somebody takes like Vanderbilt, we're going to take Bronny James to Vegas. His dad's going to be there. They need a cheaper.
All right, stop, guy. This kid, you were rocking and rolling, bro. You gave us the goods until you dropped that name right there. So we got to clip you.
You understand what he's saying, right? Because LeBron is looking like a front runner for a minority owner for Vegas.
Yeah, this is what I mean. No bueno.
And then what? And then you're going to draft his other son, so both of them are on there. I mean,
the other seed.
It's going to be interesting because I mean, you're not going to take James Vanderbilt.
Jared Vanderbilt.
Jared Vanderbilt.
Yep.
You're not going to take Vanderbilt, which you already have Nesmith, Drew Holiday. So Vanderbilt would bolster your front line.
Yeah.
But then again, Vegas is already paying a bunch of money because you're paying $34 million for Drew Holiday, $24 million for Kuminga, $19 million for Jacob Pirtle. You're not gonna have any bench.
Yeah, your bench is gonna be right out the G League.
Exactly. So that's why they took Bronny James, because of those two reasons. One,
competency. Yeah.
He makes $3 million a year.
And that's what I mean. Come on.
$3 million a year just to stay in the shadow of his father. That's insane. I could do that for $3 million a year at 41 years old. No, I can't. I'm just kidding. I would
put a petition in.
Yeah, right. But anyways, Navasa, you've been sitting there nice and quiet. What do you got for us?
I'm only looking at it as saying how many NBA players are smart enough to realize that Nevada has a true no income tax, while Washington and Seattle have a facade of a no income tax, up to and including the fact that now there's going to be a millionaire's tax in Seattle. So how many NBA players are going to be savvy enough to look at this and say, I don't want to give up that much money?
Smart.
Well, there's a minimum that they have to spend, right? So,
it's not the minimum I'm worried about. It's the players that have to get charged by the state. It's not the organizations I'm worried about. The organizations will go ahead and blow through their salary cap like they actually give a damn. It's just how many players are going to be savvy enough to say, is the place I'm in worth going to? Because can people refuse the team that drafts them? Can they?
I would say that's a hard no. Once you put your name in the pool, that's it.
Do the players put their names in the pool, or does the team put their name in the pool?
The team.
Well, they don't put their name in the pool. What they do is they select the players that they don't want in the pool, and then everybody else is fair game.
Yeah, you get to lock down. Every team gets to lock down their players, and then whoever's not locked down, their names are free to be whatever.
Okay. So
contract informations, of course.
Fair. So is there a way for somebody to say, I don't want to play in Seattle?
I mean, you're going to have to retire.
Okay. But as far as like the teams go, do we know who gets the first pick between Seattle and Vegas?
Good question. How do they determine that? Flip a coin? Tom Brady's going to flip a coin? Tom Brady. He's got his hands in on everything.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if he had his hands in on the coins.
Right. All right. So before we close off the show, I have to show something here because remember I sent you something about the NCAA tournament?
Yes.
About a specific person that had a couple of nicknames that were absolutely fantastic.
Let's see what you had, yeah.
Well, I'm gonna put this in. Give me a second. Let me.
By the way, you see
yes.
You see the thing I sent you there,
Okay.
Roma?
So
where'd you send it?
Discord.
All right. If you want to type in his name is Robbie, Robbii, Avila, Avila, and he plays for Indiana State. Supposedly, this guy's got about 37 aliases.
No, it's not that one. It's the one for St. Louis.
Oh, not the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar?
Yes.
Yeah, he plays for Indiana State.
No, he plays for St. Louis.
Does he really?
Yes, he does.
He went from Indiana State to St. Louis.
The trickery has begun to March Madness.
Dude, look at this. And they're beating the crap out of Georgia right now.
Larry Bird, Larry
there we go. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Larry Nerd, Larry Blurred. College
look at the body on this kid too.
Wilt Chamberlain.
Oh my god!
I mean, talk about now.
Oh, it gets better. It gets better. Shaquille O'Neal.
Yo. Shaquille O'Neal?
Bro, Magic the Gathering Johnson.
Yo. Clean up at aisle 7.
Carl the Mayo Man Malone. Oh my god. Shane Gillis Alexander.
Hold on. I got one. One. LaCroix James.
LaCroix
James. Looking like George
Leroy.
Oh my god, this is great. Hold on, there's more. There's more. Let's see. Chef Blurry,
I think they're gonna call him Show No.
Kareem of Wheat,
That's
the
best.
Pale Man.
So did this team make it to the tournament? And if so, did they advance, or what's up with this thing? This is
Dude,
St. Louis.
Vanilla Thunder. Yep. Let's see what else we got here. Scotty Cool Whippin'.
Yo, I like that one. Yo, that's a good one.
Yo, this is crazy. Oh my god. Mayosis Malone.
It was just
Hakeem the Cream Olajuwon.
blurry.
Dennis Codman.
Oh my god.
This is good stuff.
Oh my god. Bag of Milk Chamberlain. What else we got? The Major Madman. Oh my god. This is awesome. Robbie McFly.
Yo.
LeBron Frames.
Oh.
Beige Bookers.
Yo.
Kareem Puff. Oh my god, Popeye Jones. You're having Popeye Jones.
D. White Howard.
That's Giannis astigmatism.
That's the winner. That's the winner. That takes the chicken. Holy cow. Jeff Haynes, good job.
Oh, Shaquille O'Neal. Oh my god. These are awesome.
Astigmatism.
Hey, listen. Almost forgot before we.
The college Jokic.
That's great.
Oh my god, this is great. Is there any more? Robbie Vanilla. Minute bowl of cream of wheat.
Yo. Yo, that surprised they don't have no Aunt Jemima jokes on here.
Hold
Oh
on.
my god, that was great.
Could you say he's at least Kobe Beef Bryant?
Yo, I like that.
Oh my god.
Listen,
Bro, that was
really
awesome.
quickly, we forgot. We were talking about NCAA earlier. I know we're gonna wrap it up shortly. You know how hard it is to get a perfect bracket, right? No one's ever done it before in the history.
It's 2 to the 63rd power.
So the closest to a perfect bracket ever was done in 2019, folks. 49 straight correct picks before being ousted. In the earlier stages of the Sweet 16, this gentleman, his name is Greg Niji, and he also did it the year before. So he owns the record, folks, for closest perfect bracket eliminator in the Sweet 16. So, yo, dude, guy can't even get past the Sweet 16. You know how hard this is? My perfect bracket ended at the end of the second game. So big up to Greg Niji.
Bro, this was his bracket right here. Like,
where did it fail?
This is what it was all the way up to that point.
So supposedly early second rounds, part of the Sweet 16. He was eliminated in a part of the Sweet 16. 49 straight correct picks until he hit a speed bump.
Damn.
That speed bump.
I wonder who's had the
was
best.
Purdue beating Tennessee in game number 50 on Niji's bracket.
Yep, right here.
So that was the one, folks. The Volunteers.
The best I did was in 2014. I had 19. I started out with 19 straight.
Oh, baby.
And then lost 6 in a row.
Hey, listen, I just seen something pop up earlier. The kid was 0-54, and he said he was going to jump out the window. So, I mean, whatever it is.
Oh my god, I gotta stop. All right.
He
Go to
had
RiseTheMiddleAmerican.com. Got a myriad of shows. We've got everything that you can think of. So like, comment, and subscribe. If you want to help us out, go down to the bottom of the page. We got our Roma merch site right there, or you can join our Discord. You can do it there, or you can join us on any of our social media sites: YouTube, Rumble, X. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight, and we had a lot of fun. I can't wait for next week for the Sweet 16 and the.
Let me ask you guys really quickly. I mean, today and tomorrow, what's your favorite day of the first round? And by me, look, I think tomorrow we're gonna have a little bit of a better slate of games. But I mean, these 2 days are exciting, man, with all these games.
They are. No, they are, and I predict a lot more upsets coming. A lot more.
Shoot me a text with those upsets, buddy.
Yeah, I know. We'll talk about that.
Okay. If I'm gonna go on upset alert, like the most absurd of upsets. Did you already kill the show?
No.
Okay. I just saw things happen as like, wait. Anyways, my most absurd upset. I don't have it in the brackets, but I have it in the gut feeling. Queens is gonna beat Purdue.
Wow. Bold.
Queens. All right. So I'm gonna go with. Let's see. Upset.
Again, your most absurd.
Most absurd upset. I'm going to go with UCF over UCLA.
You call that absurd? I call that a Tuesday.
I mean, UCLA and UCF like that. I mean, UCF is not that good of a team.
Right. Well, I'm going to go with believe it or not, call me silly. We go Missouri over Miami. I think Miami's better than them, like big time.
I'm gonna put all 3 of those in right now. All right, so
again, I'm just going absurd.
Well, then I'll say Tennessee State over Iowa State is pretty absurd. 15 over a 2.
Yeah, mine's a 15 over 2.
Who did you say? You said it was Queens over Purdue.
Over Purdue.
All right, and then yours was
Missouri over Miami. But I mean, if you want to do the absurd pick, it's Tennessee
Missouri
State
over Miami. Let's see.
I softened up a little bit, you know. I got a little soft. I got hurt by Georgia, so they really crushed me.
How about Miami of Ohio over Tennessee?
We got to roll.
Don't you dare insult Rocky Top, good sir.
Wow.
All right, so I want to take that one right there. Boom. $5 will win me $1,100.
Ooh.
Done.
Stamped.
Hook, line, sinker. Thank you guys. We'll see you next week. Have a great night.